NS9 Live. I am your host, Anthony DiNardo, and with me, as always, is Ryan Alexander. Ryan, what's up? What's wrong with it, man? It was. To say the least, right? Oh man, not too much. It's a glorious day. The Pirates are off today, so my mood is good. Yours? Well, that's the Pirate way. But we'll find some way in like the next week to turn it on. And then, we're 6.5 games back now, Ryan. So we are essentially going to be...
Boy.
We're going to be, what? One game out by July 29th, maybe?
Yeah, I hope not. That's terrible to say. But it's like at this point, I mean, we went back and forth. Sell. Then it was like, all right, if you're 2.5 out, maybe you got to buy. And now it's like, just sell it.
Right.
It's a mess. So, like I said, we're gonna play that game up until July 30th, probably.
Yeah, that's about right. Well, I don't know. Do you want to just get into the show here, or what? We got a big show. We're packed today. Let's start off by saying, Ryan, we teased this on the podcast a couple weeks ago. This is our first actual NS9 Live since then. So, as mentioned, we do have a Patreon account. We did start it up, so you can go there. What's it? Patreon.com/North Shore 9. Check it out. We have some different tiers, some different cool things. This is part of it. So one of the tiers, well, I should say most of the tiers, what you're going to get is actually exclusive access to this show. So if you're hearing this right now on our normal podcast sites, this is the last time you're going to hear it through that channel. Going forward, all our Patreon users, patrons, whatever you want to call them, will now get access to this audio. But of course, it doesn't stop anyone from coming on twitch.com, twitch.tv to follow along and listen. But so there's that. So this will be the last time you're hearing this through our normal channels. Going forward, you must access it through Patreon.
There you go. No more freebies. No. Like you said,
no more freebies.
Like you said, you could always come on to Twitch and watch it, but yeah, this is going to be part of our Patreon tiers, and along with some other things and some other cool things we have with that. But yeah, check it out. But you can always get it at twitch.tv.
There you go. So let's definitely get in it. So one thing that we've done as well is, I want to say maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago, something like that, we reach out to our followers, our loyal followers, and ask what they thought that we could maybe change, add, delete after all the accounts that they requested us to delete. It seemed like a lot of them asked for like some like prospect report, minor league report, and such. So we figured we're going to include that into our NS9 Live. It'll be every other week. I think every week is overkill on the prospect side, especially from us, not like Tim Williams or other people. So we'll kick it off. We got our Down on the Farm segment, Ryan. Look at that graphic there. Doesn't get any better.
That's pretty sweet. It looks like something my daughter would be watching on one of her YouTube
there you go.
Cartoons.
Hey, she can follow along. We ain't discriminating here.
Down on the farm.
But let's kick it off. So one thing, it actually coincides with Baseball America released their top 30s. Today. I shouldn't say released it. They updated their top 30s.
Updated. Yep.
Includes all the draft picks that have been signed and such. So there's definitely been movements. Let me kick it off and say my biggest, I guess kind of a surprise, although maybe Evil Neil definitely isn't. Cody Bolton moves way up there.
Yep.
Number 5 on the prospect list, which I think he was like late 20s to begin the season.
Right. Well, high school pitcher, 6th round, so it's kind of like that, the Adam Frazier type range, like a 5th, 6th round pick, not just one of these, not an obscure, 20th round pick or something crazy, but it's not a top 2 or top 3 rounds or something. So 6th round pick, but the dude kind of just started rookie ball in 2017, worked his way up. And just Bradenton this year, I mean, a 1.61 ERA, striking out over 10 per 9, not giving up like any hits, DiNardo, 39 hits in 61 innings, and one home run in 60 some innings. So, yeah, dude's killing it. So he's getting, it's not just Evil Neal now. He's getting on the radar of kind of like you said, Baseball America and some other prospects list. So he's moving up.
So not just Evil Neal. That must be nice.
That's right.
Yeah, cool. I mean, that's definitely a big jump there. One thing that stands out too is Jason Martin. He drops. Jason Martin goes down to what, a number 20th prospect now?
Yeah.
No bueno.
I mean, you know, he made his major league debut this year, which, you know, it shouldn't have happened. Like, you know, it was all the injuries that kind of forced their hand. You know, he got a taste of the majors, was performing pretty good. Goes back down, and, you know, I think he kind of went to a little bit of a lull. But, yeah, he goes down. I mean, he's at the point, you know, he was the one, you know, he's probably going to end up being a platoon outfielder as it is. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's not like he's going to be some, you know, top 5, top 10 prospect on a list when you're, you know, kind of stuck to platooning at that point. You're just a, you know, one side of the plate hitter. So, you know, as far as this point, the Pirates are pretty well off at the outfield position as far as depth. You know, obviously at the major league level this year, they have like, you know, Melky and, you know, guys sitting the bench when they're just killing it. But, you know, with what Reynolds has done and Dickerson coming back, but even in the minors, I mean, Swaggerty, which we can talk about, but yeah, Martin, Swaggerty, you know, Calvin Mitchell, there's a lot of outfield names down there. And definitely the play of Reynolds has, I think we'll be okay if Martin's just a platoon, you know, 4th outfielder type.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. You bring it up there. Reynolds, I mean, him coming out and breaking out and having an amazing, I mean, he's only been solid in the minors, but, you know, he's having an amazing major league campaign, which shout out to Herb, Nobody Funny. He does say Cody Bolton, a big around the 412 guy. Yes, he is also. So there you go. So he's about to get traded. He's risen through the ranks. He's getting traded for Bumgarner. That's it. So, but yeah, I mean, Jason Martin goes down. I mean, I think we were hoping that Jason Martin was really going to stand out and become something because of like almost the lack of depth after Austin Meadows. But now after seeing like Reynolds come through and such, yeah, I'm not too worried about it. With Jason Martin's a platoon player, so be it. But let's go down to some updates. So since July 1st, we got some updates on some players. 2 of them who have been injured. Injured. Cabrian Hayes. He's
injured in this organization?
What? Get out of here.
That's surprising.
So Cabrian Hayes comes through. He's batting .309, getting on base .356, slugging .527. He's got 3 home runs and a .126 weighted run created plus. So, you know, we saw him in spring. Hot. He should be up here as our starting third baseman. He had a little lull spell in the minors, you know, and then got injured. So now he's back. He's producing pretty well. It's nice to see him, you know, back on track. But, hey, I mean, right now, Colin Moran's kind of holding it down for us at third base decently. And we don't need wins. So Colin Moran's doing a good job doing that, too, for us.
That's right. I mean, dude, Hayes is, you know, he's right along where he should be, you know. And like you said, the recent numbers he's been hitting, you know, he's been pretty good. And we know the glove is there. And that's the thing with, like, I think like next year, like Tucker at short, Hayes at third, like, and then whoever's at second, whether it's Frazier or Kramer or Newman or whatever. But like, just think of the upgrade on infield defense right there with just Hayes and Tucker.
True.
Like, right, you know, what
I don't think like Newman would be any slouch at second. I mean, think about it. He's held himself down at short. I could imagine him being a second. That's a pretty solid infield all around.
I mean, he can't be worse defensively than Frazier at second. I would say.
Although I do feel like Frazier does get too much hate still, but I think Newman can at least beat Frazier, right? Easily.
Right, and that's, I mean, just throwing Tucker and Hayes out there, and hopefully they both will hit. But I mean, just the gloves right there on the left side of the infield. Like, the left side of the infield has been, let's say, DiNardo, not very good for the
atrocious.
Past, I don't know, a lot of years with Jordy Mercer and kind of a a different third baseman every other year.
Could we go all the way back to like Aramis Ramirez and like Jack Wilson?
Yeah, right. Well, that's
like
what I'm saying. You got to
far?
go back because it's like, what are you going to go to Clint Barmas and Ronnie Cedeno years?
I don't know.
I mean, that's what I mean. So it's like all of a sudden we're going to go from pretty below average infield defense to like we should be above average, at least definitely on the left side. So that's exciting. I can't wait till Hayes and Tucker both next year.
Ray Searage is chomping at the bit. He's like, wait a minute, we can pitch to contact again. Yes.
Well, let's not do it too much.
All right, let's move on. Let's kind of rapid fire this. So O'Neal Cruz, he also had a big injury. He was a big prospect type of player. Broke out last year. He, since July 1st, which is almost basically since come back from the injury, 319, 347, 596. He's got 4 home runs, and Ryan, a 175 weighted runs created plus. Cruz is a monster.
Dude, Cruz is really, and he's been pretty much, I mean, yeah, he's been, injured on and off, but he's been having a good year when he's out there, and he's been playing shortstop. So
yeah,
I don't know if he's going to stick there, given that frame, but I mean, Cruz, he's right on pace. I'm, 20 years old at high A, and he's coming right along. I like Cruz, and I know you were pumped when that deal happened, and he had the great year last year, at West Virginia, and he's following up this year with so far pretty good. Like I said, not too many plate appearances so far with the injuries, but he's back, baby.
All right, you want to take the next one for us?
Who we got? We got old Quinn Priester.
There you go.
Speaking of around the 412. I hear
another around the 412 guy.
Yeah, he's he's at rookie ball. Like I said, these guys, they get drafted. I mean, you remember the time when it was guys would like hold out for. I mean, now they have the deadline where they have to like sign by, but guys would hold out until like end of August, and then they wouldn't even get any minor league time before the end of the year. So then you go into the year after, and you're like, behind. You haven't even thrown a pitch yet in the minors. Not with Quinn. I mean, he's in there. He's already in there 3 games. 11 strikeouts per 9, 1.59 ERA in 11 innings. He's been just as advertised so far. 18 years old though. So hey, it's gonna be a long road, but we'll take it one level at a time. But no, he's been good through three starts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 3 starts. He ends up being the Pirates' number 6 prospect right out of this draft. So, I mean, it is what it is. He's young. We'll see what happens. But I'm definitely interested. Next up, we have Travis Swaggerty, last year's first-round draft pick. Also around the 412 guy. Seems to be a theme here. Swaggerty has not had a good year. He's looked to be almost, I'm not going to say bust territory, but, being that first-round pick, it's been all right. But I will say he's turned it on since July 1st. He's batting .377, .441, slugging .509. Just 1 home run, but a 185 weighted runs created plus. But again, getting back to him, Ryan has mentioned, like Swaggerty, I would say that this isn't the type of player that we expected when the Pirates drafted him. A little bit disappointing. I'll continue.
Keep going. I got issues.
Ryan can't hear me. I'll round that out. We'll go next up, as we mentioned, about Jason Martin. Jason Martin as well, like Swaggerty. Pretty disappointing season. Last year it was Double-A where he turned it on, batting like Babe Ruth. He goes up to Triple-A and he struggles. So this year, as we mentioned, he does get the call up to the major leagues. A cup of coffee's up there for a little bit, and then of course, Ryan Reynolds takes over and just dominates. But, it goes back down to the minors. Isn't really producing. But he's also another guy since July 1st. He's batting, I want to say a little bit better, but still not good. I mean, his average is 286. He's only on base 297. He's slugging .514. He's got 2 home runs. Just a 94 weighted run created plus. So, again, below average still with those numbers. Again, he drops down the number 20 prospect. But just to round up the prospects, again, some big moves. I mean, Kevin Kramer, number 8. Sammy Siani, he was the other draft pick we had from the Pirates. He's number 9. Rounds out with Escobar, number 10 prospect. pretty much for the most part, everyone stays about the same. So no big moves and such. But yeah, that pretty much rounds out our prospect list. Ryan, are you back?
Hey, you know what?
Yes.
Remind me, DiNardo, next week to actually charge my earbuds.
Oh, what an idiot. All right, so that rounded out our prospect talk, Ryan. So we're good.
Boom.
So let's move on.
Sounds like you did a great job.
I did a wonderful job. It was the best job. I have the best prospect talk. Let's move on. We put out a tweet today. If you know me, I mean, I'm all over this. But everyone knows about FaceApp. FaceApp comes out. There's the FaceApp challenge, the old face challenge. People are putting out them looking like 60, 70, 80, 90 years old. It breaks the internet, essentially, Ryan. And then it comes out the news that essentially it's a Russian spy app. The Russians are out to get us. They want all of our information. They're tapping in.
Those dang Russians.
So I was interested, because here's a day and age where this is all you hear. Every app, Facebook, everything just takes your information, steals it, whatever, right? So I want to know, and the question I asked for the poll was, knowing Russia has your information, are you deleting FaceApp and never touching it again? Or do you just not care, and are you going to continue using it? And 54% of the people said they care. 46% said they didn't. I mean, it was almost a 50-50 split.
Right.
And to me, like, that speaks a lot of volumes. I mean, like, had this poll gone out 10 years ago, Ryan, think about it. Everyone would be like, oh, my God.
Yeah, can't do that.
I mean, like, people are just like, who cares?
So here's the question I have, because I hadn't even seen this app until you sent us the picture from, like, our first live podcast.
Sure, and here's that lovely picture.
And you have the beard, and, Craig's got just the mustache.
Because Craig doesn't age.
So I'm thinking, like, there's some new filter or some, you're always messing around on some of these new programs, putting our graphics together. So I'm thinking, like, you just, like, did that yourself. And then I start seeing, like, on Twitter and, like, these face apps, everyone's old in these photos. And I'm like, all right, what is this? So, like, I haven't even downloaded it. So the Russians don't got anything right now on mine. But
that's what you think.
So it, like, literally came out and it said that it's a Russian spy app.
Well, I mean, not like a Russian spy app per se.
Okay. That's because here's my thing. Like, your picture's out there everywhere. If you have Facebook, if you have Twitter, like any of that stuff, like, it's out there.
Instagram.
So, like, it's already out there. So it's like Russia didn't have to go get some other app. They could have just went on Facebook or, Googled some people. So to me, like, no, I don't really care. Now, I'm a little, me with apps, like, for me to download an app, it has to be something like I really want. And it would probably, like, the fact that everybody was into this, like, just, I'm like, I'm not downloading it. Like, there's too many people in it. I'll get it later. So I haven't even downloaded it. Now I know the Russians are looking into it, and I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, I mean, what information do you give besides taking a picture and making it look old? Like, are you giving, like, any other...
your name, their photos. Like you said, that's my thing, too.
Your
I mean,
email
if you
address,
think that the government doesn't have your photo right now and your name, like, already at this point in time.
That's the other thing. Like, and what are they going to do with it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Trash Cats made a good point. They talked about this last night too. Goodwin on Trash Cats made a good point. He was like, do they really, like, if millions of people downloaded this, like, for one, do they really want my information anyways? His quote basically said, they're going to want LeBron James first. Like, they're not coming after me. I could really care less. And, like,
come after me.
As mentioned, I mean, they have it by now. But I'm going to say this. I am in the 46%. I don't care. It's fun. We're having a good time. I mean, you see the picture here. We've even had some more pictures. Great. My thing's not going to work. There we go. All right. So yeah. So the thing about this too, like I said, it's really cool. It does, make you old, but it does a lot more than that, Ryan. I mean, this is scary. Like, it changes a lot. As you see here, Ryan. I mean, now you're bald. Like, you're not just old. Now you're bald. You got this big beard on you. I mean, you actually almost look a little bit like David Letterman here in this picture. I feel like
David Letterman. All right. So. Hey, here's the thing. Redheads, they go gray the last. The last people to go gray are usually redheads.
Really?
And I don't know. My dad still has hair, so I think I don't think I'm going bald anytime soon. Even though
All
I do
right.
have kind of a bald spot at the top.
All right, all right. Well, I mean, like I said, like the cool thing about this is how much you can change. I mean, the best example I can give you, maybe not the best, but like look at this. Let's take a picture of us, Ryan. So here's you and Xander. Now, normal Ryan, you know, the nice goatee, right? There's your smile. Look how much this changes. Look how much I can literally change of you.
Yeah, but you didn't change Xander.
Crazy. Your mouth completely changes. Like you add hair, you're a whole different person.
You love this app. You're all over it.
I love it. I love it. Like I said, you know me. Like my friends down here. I mean, I've been doing memes, Photoshop, like all different things and videos. I think for photos for like 10 years now. And we've been having this. It was disco before GroupMe. This chat going and yeah, man, I love it. But you know, like I said, here's Xander. You look how different you are, Ryan.
Now, can you change Xander?
I don't think.
Okay.
Because it's like I said, this app is legit. It senses like actual
I'm
people.
surprised you didn't create this app, to be honest. Because
I'm
this
good
is
in
like
using
your
them.
MO,
I'm
man.
not good in developing.
You're all over this app. And think of the I mean, you know, think of the memes with the pirate players and everything. I mean, there's a lot of potential here.
Right. Look at this. I mean, this is me. Look how different I am. First off, I'm gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at me, Ryan.
Gorgeous.
But for real, look at that picture right there. Like, the thing about this, too, I can't believe, like, today going forward, from this day forward, there is not one picture that I'm not skeptical on. Look what you can do. Look at me.
I know.
Tell me how legit that photo looks.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing moving forward. Like you're gonna question everything. Like you're gonna be, I don't believe that this is a real photo. It was doctored because this app can do everything, right?
It legit can. That's what I'm saying. Like this photo looks so much. I'm not gonna say like me per se. I mean, it's not that far off, but. No, but I mean, like it looks so legit. You look at it and you don't question anything. That is not even my smile. That's not how I was smiling in that photo. You know, I look so young too, which again, is not much different. But
oh yeah, you look so young.
And I feel like the people that are making out on this app the most, like, do they care that the Russians have their information? Think about the people like on Tinder. Right? Like these dating apps and such.
Yeah, that's where the Russians need to be.
Look at Smitty. Smitty, man. This is all you. If you don't have this app, look what happened to Smitty. Look what just happened to him. He's gorgeous.
Now, so wait a minute. So now, are you telling me the Russians have my dog's picture now?
Ryan, they had your dog's picture.
But shut it down. This is ridiculous. I didn't ask permission for this. Shut it down. But yeah, this app, it's like, so what else can you do on it? I mean, you can just doctor like any picture, any.
So much, and it's so easy and so quick. I mean, you talk about like people use and have actual Photoshop skills. You literally upload a picture to this. You select hair, and there's different hairstyles you can click on, and boom, they're there. Select beard, different beards. Select smiles. There's all different things you can do. And like I said, like it literally it's not as like you just add a smile. Like it literally changes the feature. It changes your face. It looks real. You know, like
wild,
it's like
man.
your smile. You barely can tell the difference on these things.
It's wild. It's like you start seeing stuff like this, and then you get into, you know, surveillance at casinos and things like that, and people, you know, disguises and stuff. It's like, where are we going with all this? And then, you know, of course, the Russians, that's got to come out. Like, it's just, this is like crazy to me. So, I don't know, man. But I think as long as the North Shore 9 with some pirate memes, I think we're gonna have some good times with this.
So, last up, you know, I think might have capitalized the most on this, Ryan.
Who's that?
Our boy Ruga. I mean, first off, this iconic photo of Ruga. You know,
Oh,
I mean, just him in the Pirates dugout.
Just
You
hanging
know,
out in the
how
dugout.
much better does it get? Look how. Oh! Now look at that. The hair, the big smile. Look how excited he is in that dugout. Oh man, the women
He's
are
looking
flocking.
down for. He's looking down for hurdles, saying, "Hey, Skip, am I getting in the game today?" He's like, "I'm ready to bat. Throw me in there."
He is. He's throwing, I think, 90. I think he's throwing 102 now. Ruga's maxing out at 102. He's got the slider going. He's still working on the changeup, I hear. But I think he's got like 8 more weeks and he's ready to be a big leaguer.
There you go.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, like that FaceApp, I don't care. I really don't. They have your information. And it's like if it's not them, it's someone else next. And I just think that like that's the society that we're in right now. That we're at a point where we legit don't care because 46% of us know that our information's out there anyways. So what does it matter?
Of us.
Let's have some fun.
They, you know, between Facebook, Instagram, all those, it's all right. It's already out there. So like, what's Russia going to do with your picture?
I don't know.
You're a picture of you when you're old. What are they going to do with that?
Now,
and like you said, there's some like if they have thousands and millions of people on there, you're just hoping to get lost in the shuffle. Then you're so mediocre enough. You're just like they're not going to be worried about me.
now here's the topper, Ryan. DK. He literally turns into the kid from Stranger Things. Look at him,
Dustin. Yeah, that's good. That was perfect.
Oh man. So
I mean, you can even
for
doctor like cartoon pictures and stuff, animated photos.
Yeah. Again, I don't know about dogs, but I've done some cartoons, some photographs. Yeah. So I'm down with this app. I'm so down with this app. I don't care, Russia. Take my files, take my information, sell them. I don't care. Look what I get to do. Do it for the memes.
I guess I'm not in either of the 46 or 54%. I think it was Todd that said we need a third option. The I haven't downloaded it because I don't give a crap. I think that's the category I'm in at this point.
Actually, let's if you're gonna quote a quoter right, he said something more or less to the degree that what about the ones that weren't dumb enough to download it in the first place? Yeah, I'm a dummy.
That was me.
I'm definitely a dummy.
I didn't download it. Now I really don't want to download it. So I'll just let you have fun with it.
If this stuff comes down to it, all intelligence goes out the window. Everything's done. I want this. Let's have some fun.
There you go.
Speaking of fun, so let's move on from FaceApp. Ryan, speaking about dummies, right? We're not done with the dummy talk. So apparently, we're all rushing Area 51 in September, right?
Yeah, this story is another great one. These people have lost their mind.
What a time to be alive. So yeah, there's like a legit Facebook group page that I forget what date in September, but they want, and there's like 1 million people right now. It was 400,000 like when it broke. There's like 1 million people now signed up. They are going to rush Area 51, and their whole mindset is think about it, like they can't stop all of us.
They want to see them aliens and that.
I'm going to bring me back an alien. And here's the thing, Ryan. See, I'm going to like
They can't
face,
stop all 1 million of us.
They won't know who I am. My face is going to be so doctored up that they don't know who to expect. But for real, so here's a game we're going to play, and I think we can have some fun with this. So Ryan, think about this. If you could pick a team. Right, you and your 5 closest pirates could go rush Area 51. Wrong graphic. Who would you select? So here's what we're gonna do. We'll have a little fun with this. We're gonna have a fantasy draft. You and I will go back and forth. We'll do rock paper scissors shoot, I guess, for the first pick.
Oh, this should go well over Skype.
But we're gonna pick our 5 pirates who we think would be our best team to go steal ourselves an alien. So I guess let's do it. Rock, paper, scissors, ready? 1, 2,
3, shoot. Really?
What are you? Put your hand up.
Paper.
All right,
Paper.
I go first. Okay. So if I'm picking a person to steal an alien, My number one pick is the guy that's literally on this
alien.
graphic. I am going with Starling Marte because Starling Marte, first off, he runs out all the infield hits. He tracks down all the fly balls. He's the most unlaziest person there is. He's so quick, so fast. If I'm going to put my money on a guy that's going to get past Area 51 security, get himself an alien and steal it, just like the 42 stolen bases he led the NL with in, 15? It's Starling Marte. He is stealing me an alien, baby.
Hopefully the effort's there. But yeah, you have the speed. You have the speed angle with him. I like it. All right, so that was a good first pick, but I wasn't going to take Marte. I'm going with I need a gamer out there with me. All right, I need someone that's going to be up for this, and I know this guy would be up for this. He might even assign the list already, and that's Joe Musgrove, man. That's my number one pick. Because Musgrove would be in there. He'd be all 100%, 120% for it. He'd be throwing, I don't know, government officials, whatever, whoever's protecting the place. And Musgrove's coming out. He's coming out with an alien. You know it.
All right.
So that's my first one. He's got the grit. I'm going with the grit.
I like it. Now, this one was hard in a toss-up. And since we're drafting, there's got to be some strategy involved. So I feel like I should probably go with this guy first. I'm taking the NL MVP. Psych. I'm taking Josh Bell to be my number 2 guy. I got the speed, right? Marte, he's going, but you know what? I also need the fullback. and I'm taking Josh Bell because that dude, right? He is going to mow some dudes down. And if he doesn't do it by his brute strength, right? If he doesn't do it like the Reds coming at him, he's got a bat, right? He's going to knock some heads off. So he's going to clear the way for Marte to go get that damn alien. So, I'm building a task force. I got my speed. I got my brute. I'm ready to go.
All right, so you got Bell and Marte. All right. I think with my second pick, now this is anybody that has been on the roster this year, I'm guessing, right? Considering half our team's on the IL.
Yes.
So I am going to go with. Well, before I say that, DiNardo, you've seen Thor Ragnarok, the movie, right?
See. Oh yeah.
You know Thor.
Yeah.
So Thor and Loki, they play the game Get Help.
Yeah.
Do you remember that where he's pretending to be injured? He's hurt. My brother's hurt.
Sure.
And then he throws him on the guard. He throws him down. I'm drafting Gregory Polanco, man, because Gregory Polanco and Musgrove can roll in there. Polanco on his shoulder, Musgrove helping him, walking him. Get help! My brother's in trouble. And Polanco could play that part because he is injured. He's probably injured. Probably blew out his knee getting to Area 51. So right there, they could play the get help game. It works every time. Classic. So you throw Polanco on there, you get the guns, and you storm the place.
All right.
Boom.
I like it. That's some strategy in there too.
That's right.
So my third pick, and I guess you weren't going to pick either of them, maybe. So I'm glad I left off. So again, I got Marte the speed. I got Bells the brute, the strength. My next guy, I need some defense, but it's not the defense you're thinking of, Ryan. Right? I need some defense, but I need some offense in the same sense. I want Felipe Vasquez as my number 3 guy because you know what?
Dang it.
He's throwing missiles. He's got his 6 on Marte. Marte's going through there. He's just picking off, the guys with his 104-mile-per-hour fastball. It's an easy pick for me. Give me Vasquez out there. Guys come. Oh, Bell's screaming. All right, this guy's past me. Boom. Vasquez picks that guy off. Right? He's got all the baseballs, the missiles, essentially. He's firing away at Area 51. Oh, yeah. Speaking of movies, I guess, remember Elf? When he was in the park, building the snowballs, right? Throwing them at the kids? Yep. That's essentially Vasquez right there.
That's a good point. Put a whole bullpen together like that.
Right.
All right, so that was my next pick. I was going to go Vasquez as well. I'm going to have to pivot here. I'll call an audible. All right, so I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with Francisco Cervelli. Now,
You playing the get help game again?
well, I could do that. You could have two people.
This is the
one on
all
each,
IL team. Jeez.
one on Musgrove's arm, one player on each of his arms. No, I think Cervelli. He's not going to be catching, so he doesn't have to worry about an injury. But Cervelli, dude, the guy talks to everybody. Cervelli could roll in there, distract some people. This is like the Metal Gear Solid angle. He can go in there, distract some guards. Other people get around there because Cervelli talks to everybody. And, half the time you don't even know. I'm sure these guys don't even know what the hell he's saying. And, or he'll do some of his, maybe he'll do some of his warm-ups and distract some people with his off-season workouts. So, yeah, he's a little banged up right now, but I think we're going to use that as our advantage. We're coming in to try to play the wounded soldier here. That's how it's going to get done. But Cervelli, he's got the wounded soldier angle, and he can talk to everybody, talk everyone's ass off.
Oh. All right. I like it. Well, I'll tell you what. My fourth guy that I'm going with is almost the counter opposite of what you're going for here. I'm thinking if I have, they're making noise. Marte's flying around the field, Bell's beating everyone up. Vasquez just picking people off right and left. There's a lot of noise going on, but they could make some good distractions. So now I want someone who's going to kind of maybe just blend in and get through the crowd. Someone doesn't make too much noise, not that great, not that bad, just kind of blends in. And I'm going with Stallings. He's not real good. You don't really talk about Stallings that much. He's not there making great plays, but he's not behind the making bad plays either. He just kind of blends into the crowd. People forget he's there, and somehow or another, when Marte's flying by, he's just going to sneak past everyone and get himself a freaking alien. So if my speed
How many
and
aliens
power
are back there?
All of them, Ryan. There's so many of them. and all right, so if the speed and power doesn't get them, we're gonna have Jacob Stallings just go by and make it happen.
Was that your fourth pick?
That was my fourth. Now you're on your
right.
fourth.
I'm gonna draft here in our Area 51 alien rescue game. I'm going to go with Brian frickin' Reynolds. You took the MVP. I'm taking the Rookie of the Year. Because, first off, he looks like he'd be up for it. Second of all, the guy just does it all. He does it all. He comes up in the minor leagues. I haven't really played AAA too much. Who cares? Get in there. He's hitting 340. He's hitting for power. Playing okay defense, better than Dickerson anyway. And he's just been the man since coming up. The dude does it all. Why couldn't he just storm Area 51 with some guys? No doubt in my mind he could get it done. What's that?
You make a valid point. I mean, why couldn't he
go in there? You tell him, hey, we're not playing baseball today. We're gonna go get some aliens. Okay. He'd be up for it. I'm down. Let's do it. And he'd do it. He wouldn't complain.
All right. Well, Ryan, here's my dilemma. We're worried about storming Area 51, getting past security, getting an alien, right? Now, I have the best people, right? I have the best people. But what do you do when you get the alien? We got to come out with it. Like, now we have a freaking alien. Now my worry is communicating to it. I mean, is this alien going to kill us now? So I want someone who can maybe bring peace, have some communication. And honestly, if I'm looking at anyone on this team who I feel could talk and relate to an alien, it's Trevor Williams, right? I mean, Star Wars, Dungeons and Dragons, like anything and everything. Like, if there's one guy who I feel could talk to an alien, it's Trevor Williams. So we got the alien. We're out. Trevor, you're up.
I almost drafted him because it's like him with Musgrove would be like perfect. Like you're right. He would know what to do. Like Williams would probably know, like, oh, I know your planet. Yeah, where are you from? Yeah, I know that place.
Right.
Yeah. That would be Trevor Williams. Would his dad come along too?
Because
Richard's there everywhere Trevor's at.
I guess that's, I don't know. He is draftable, Ryan.
That's true. All right, so my last pick, DiNardo. So I'm this is a little bit of a different strategic move. So, you mentioned I already got 2 guys on the IL. I don't want to take away from the team too much here because I don't know how long this adventure, this quest is going to take to Area 51. He might get arrested, might not have him for the rest of the year. So with that said, Eric Gonzalez has finished up his rehab, maybe got re-injured, maybe not, who knows? Maybe it's a fake injury. I want him to be storming Area 51 because just in case we need a fall guy, boom, let's throw it on Eric Gonzalez.
Literally a fall guy.
Because if there's somebody that I don't want to see in the second half, it's Eric Gonzalez. I don't want to see him in Pittsburgh. So let's take the chance. Area 51, if we need to pin this on somebody, for the good of the group, we got to someone's got to stay behind. Eric Gonzalez is that man. Perfect fall guy, like you said.
Thinking of that now too, honestly, I think that's a great pick because not only is he a fall guy, but if you have to somehow or another make a sacrifice for these aliens, right. I'm willing to sacrifice Eric Gonzalez. All right, you know what? Here's your man. Give us the aliens.
Plus, what we've seen from him, he might be out there running around like an idiot and running into him, breaking clavicles and collarbones, and who knows?
We're just gonna let him loose.
Look up, Eric, and he'll start running into aliens and knocking people out. And yeah, I'm telling you, man, I might change all 5 of mine and just go with guys I don't want to see for the rest of the year.
I was gonna say you low key might have the MVP of the Area 51 storming and Eric Gonzalez right there.
Right.
At least we found something.
He'll injure a dude or two.
There you go. I like it. Well, I'm willing and ready to listen to what the listeners have to say. Who do you think has the best team, Ryan or myself? DiNardo.
It's me. Eric Gonzalez put me over the top.
That's it. Eric did it. But that pretty much wraps up our show this week. So anything else you want to... By the way,
if that does happen, the Area 51, we're just going to storm. That's going to go very poorly.
I can't
wait.
I can't. I hope it goes down. I mean...
And if it does work, what else? What can we storm?
Working.
What can we storm next?
Oh, actually, no. As you're saying that right now, there's also a counter event going on. It's called Storm the White House while the Department of Defense is protecting Area 51. It's the same date and time.
I should have known that. This is what this all leads back to. But
this is just the diversion.
That's what I was just thinking. Like, I'm surprised in today's politics that people didn't decide to come up with a petition to storm the White House. Because like you said, they can't stop a million of you unless they're dropping like a nuclear bomb, and there goes DC.
Right. No, man, so, I'm for this. Here's my thing. The million people signed up. Are they doing it? Absolutely not. But there's at least going to be a few, Ryan, that show up.
Oh, that's going to be great.
And I'm here also, for it.
Why give them the 3 months heads up? Like they're giving them like the heads up, like we're coming in September. Like, what? No, bro. You're supposed to keep this on the down low. You're just supposed to sneak in the back door. What are they doing?
Pause. But yeah. I don't know. Right? I don't know. But again, I'm definitely for it. I cannot wait for NS9LIVE when that goes down, or Twitter and everything. I'm here for the world to explode. So give me all the Area 51 stormings. And
some
and
men just want to watch the world burn.
Yes,
that's DiNardo.
Yes, and make memes and photos.
And then you could change some faces on the FaceApp.
There you go. Aliens. Which, by the way, I have another very funny photo, but I didn't put it up. But anyways, maybe I'll tweet that out. Smitty's seen it.
There you go.
But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up our show. So as mentioned, check us out twitch.tv/North Shore 9. Follow along, tune in. On top of that, subscribe to our Patreon account. That's where you can definitely listen to these going forward. Live podcast, August 24th.
Yep.
3 p.m. We'll give you the details where we'll be. Anything
Pirates.
Anything other than that, Ryan?
Pirates. Sell.
Sell. Yes, clearly.
Let's sell the train.
All right. Well, we will catch you Sunday on our regular scheduled podcast. Until then, catch you later. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Peace.